Hey, explorers! Look at my non-hair. It is a hot summer day here in Central California. It is hot, but we have a lot of fun tonight. We got some Disney park news. We actually haven't talked about Disney parks for a while. We got some Disney cruise news, plus some other cruise news. All coming up next, Greg, on
D&G Explorers with alcohol.
Dilly Dilly.
Dilly Dilly.
That's a great way to start the show, yawning.
I was trying to play it off. Hello, everybody.
Hopefully I don't mess up our camera because...
Oh, and you did.
I did. Ay, Dios mío.
You could have just left it alone.
I know. Hold on one sec, guys. Greg, just talking. Entertain. Wow. All right, come on, start cam.
Let's see if we can get it going now.
I might have to switch it if I have to.
Oh boy.
We're here, guys. We are here because it wouldn't be a D&G show if it wasn't for. Hey, there
we're working now. Please don't move it anymore.
I'm not touching it. Oh, we got to move it though. It's off.
Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Okay, that's good. Okay, leave it there.
Okay, there we go. Perfect.
I'll call you later. Get it? I'll call you later. I hope everybody's doing well today. It's Wednesday, July 10th, all day.
I was practicing on a new drink that I saw. It's called a Blue Hawaiian Corona.
But it's not blue, though. It's green.
It's kind of like a Blue Hawaiian now. But maybe it was the empty stomach. I don't know. But Greg and I are probably feeling pretty good right now.
Well, and it didn't taste good because you used tequila.
Yeah, I used tequila instead of rum. We're running out on the rum, so we're saving it for the show. But
why is the rum gone?
Oh, because we drank it last night. But Greg,
did we have rum last night?
Yeah, I put it in our soda last night.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
we
did.
There you go.
So, Greg, why don't we welcome in our explorers?
So we have what?
He's like,
I wasn't like that. We have RobFuz. Wow. Anthony Simone, Waypoint Explorers, Carla McClendon, Ann Hanley. I don't have my phone. Angela Nemechek is here, and Holly Ayers, Cheryl One Deck Down. You scare me like you're gonna accidentally hit me or something. Keep going.
Did you say Carla?
I did, but welcome Carla McClendon again, as you just Mercy Rodriguez, welcome. Where are we at? My phone's not charged, so that's why I'm not using my phone. Michael Ann Spoiled Mama, welcome. Kevin Brubaker, welcome. And keep going. Go back up, please.
I think that's
Go
it.
back up. No.
Oh,
Eric Maxey. Did I say that right? Is that M-A? Sorry.
Maxie, there you go.
Eric
Welcome in.
Maxey,
That's a new name for us. Thank you for joining
New to
us
the
tonight.
channel. Hi from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
115 degrees, and we live here on purpose. Oh my gosh. We love Vegas. That's our adult Disneyland right there.
We are basically due west of you. We're in the Fresno area, a little bit north of it in Madera. We are basically right across the mountains from you, and we will be there in August, yep, to celebrate Greg's birthday. So
belated birthday.
Yep. So we're looking forward to
My
that.
birthday's in July, so
we we like to stay at New York. That's our favorite hotel on that. So welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Amethyst Haze Adventures.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
I think we're caught up for now. Disney just released the Jollywood and Christmas party tickets today.
Awesome.
We're going to both the week before Christmas. Release Jollywood. I've never heard of that.
Just thinking.
Is that like Dollywood? But it's Disney, they said.
I'm assuming Jollywood would be at Hollywood Studios for the Christmas. Because remember, they used to have like, they used to have the that one family light show. I forgot what the name of the show back in the day.
Osborne Light.
Yeah, there you go.
More sunshine, please. Welcome, season's greetings.
Oops.
Dilly Dilly, can we get a little bit more sunshine, please?
Jim says, I thought I'd mix it up a bit. Eric's birthday is on
Tuesday.
So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy day.
Do we have a birthday here?
We have a birthday here.
Oh, happy
birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy day. Hey!
Wow, we did that pretty good. Yeah.
Have an awesome happy birthday. I don't know how old or young you will be, but have an awesome birthday.
This is going to be a fun show. We do not know.
It's already a fun show. Excuse me. Between my yawning and trying not to yawn, and the drinks and having an empty stomach, you know, nothing goes together like an empty stomach, being tired, and drinking alcohol all at one time. Jollywood
is in Hollywood Studios Christmas party, but I guess a little more exclusive. Sounds like tickets are very limited. Oh, that's very cool. Michael Ann says 13 days until mine and Amethyst Adventures birthdays.
Awesome.
Well, after we pour this, we will do another happy birthday song.
Ryan Donahue, welcome.
Our buddy from Boston that we saw on the Carnival celebration. So thank you for joining us. So we saw, it's funny on like TikTok or Instagram, when you start watching all these feeds, they'll send you stuff which is like on that or similar to it. So we're going to do a variation of this because you're supposed to leave this in the bottle, but we're not going to do it. We're going to transfer it over into
they must like drank some and then added stuff in because it was all green in the picture.
Yeah, so we're going to make a Blue Hawaiian Corona. So Greg, we have to drink it down. As you need to focus on because you're gonna.
I am, but I had to give her something.
We need to drink it down to here, okay? So that's the first step of it.
Okay. Wow. Dilly, just get down to business.
I got too much head on mine. Yeah, that's probably close enough. All right. So I think, yeah, you did good. You did a lot better than I did. All right. We're going to transfer it over to.
The D&G birthday song makes me believe Derek and Gregory once worked at Cheesecake Factory together and sang that song 1,000 times. That is a world famous original song that we came up ourselves, but we did not work at the Cheesecake Factory.
I don't know where we got it.
We made it up. Partly made it up, I think. Is that all you got?
This is a lot more than I had last time, so you got to transfer yours over. I think it's supposed to be about right here.
I think you're supposed to drink some more.
I think that's about it. Drain a little bit of the drink into a willing participant. All right, so the next part of this, which makes this oh, you're doing good. You have hardly any head of it at all.
Because I'm pouring it.
I don't have much.
I'm pouring it from the side like you're supposed to at a slow pace, so that you do not get any head from your.
But you want to make sure that we're done with the show by the.
We will be, but I want a drink. I don't want a bunch of foam.
Good job. I think you might need to lower it a little bit more.
Look at that perfect pour. If I do say so myself.
You can drink yours a little bit more, bud. So drink it down.
Down to where?
Like
we'll turn it around so I can see where you're at on the side.
You need to go down. Well, they're different.
Oh, it's a different cup. Oh, okay.
These are our Alaskan Cruise cups that we got at Skagway Brewing Company. Need a little bit more. A little bit more. The show's going to be, and our kitty is Sierra. She's the only female of the 5 cats that we have here. Okay, I think we're good on it.
The Fab 5.
So,
yep.
Greg, you're going to be Vanna for this next segment.
Lindsay
so we have
Coastguard, welcome.
Welcome.
I ain't no Vanna. What are you talking about?
I hope you and Mike are doing well, Lindsay. We also met them on the Carnival celebration. Greg, so the other things that you add to this is, so you have the Corona bottle like we showed. Just grab something and I'll tell you how much you need. So you need 1 ounce of the blue curacao of it. No, you don't. It's already made. You just have to show them what we have. Come on, Vanna.
I'm not Vanna.
You need, you're supposed to use white rum. We drank it yesterday. So this is a little bit more aged, but 2 ounces of the Bacardi rum or white rum. Okay, there's another ingredient. It's cream of coconut, and it's 1 ounce. Greg doesn't like coconut, so this is 1 ounce.
Not really in this form.
And then there's 2 ounces of pineapple juice. So
the only time I really like coconut is when it's coconut crusted shrimp. I will eat that. Or I'll drink fresh coconut juice from an actual coconut. None of that stuff that's pre-packaged. I won't. It tastes so disgusting. I won't even go there.
This is going to leak. I know it's going to leak. All right.
Well,
so
why is it doing that? We'll hold this so it doesn't fall.
It's going to do it no matter what. All right. So this is what it turns out to.
Don't drip. Oh, you just dripped it on your phone. I was about to say don't drip it on your phone. There you go, dripping it on your phone.
So I put it in a shaker. I have ice in it, and I think Greg,
shake, senora.
Greg has a lot less in it than I do.
Gee, thanks. Have some drink, why don't you?
You're not too far.
Oh yeah, try to make it sound better and everything. Yeah.
All right, so this is.
You might want to get that off your phone before it ruins it.
There we go. I knew it was in the trip.
Oh my God, it's all over our notes and now we don't even know what we're doing for our show anymore. Oh, the notes are gone.
All right, so this is a blue Hawaiian Corona.
Even though it's green. Here's
Dilly
Dilly.
But that's kind of like what the Hawaiian does. This tastes better than with tequila.
Oh,
rum
God.
is so much better than tequila.
So much. And how was that again? What were you saying?
I don't know.
Like you're stumbling.
We have Mary Ellen.
Nancy, welcome.
And Mary Ellen Dillon.
Mary Ellen Dillon.
Coconut shrimp at Paradise Beach Club soon.
Wait, who's saying that?
Mary Ellen Dillon. Are you on? I thought you were back home. Are you going on a cruise again? Nautical nurse. Don't drip, Nancy.
Too late. It was more than dripping. It was like just kind of flowing out there.
We are proud moderators of Nautical Nurse Nancy show, which she goes live Tuesday nights,
7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time,
10 o'clock Eastern.
Yep. And she was on last night, and let me just say, she was feeling a little bit good there. She had some tipsy dilly herself.
Yes, she,
which is fine.
But she had Moscato wine, and I think she was just having a fun time.
Moscato wine is good stuff.
Yes.
I'll drink some of that with you, Nancy. I love Moscato.
We love our sweet wines.
Yes.
I'm home since Monday, but next month I'm back on the Jubilee. Yay!
Awesome.
I know Mary Ellen does. We met her also on the Carnival Celebration. We've met a lot of people
on the
Carnival Celebration.
That was like a meetup extravaganza for a lot of people for the first time.
Yeah, that was part of the non-group group cruise, which you'll probably see the vlogs back in 2027 is probably when you'll see those. Because we're currently trying to get out our NCL Escape vlogs.
Then we have the Virgin also to do, the Virgin Cruise.
The NCL Encore. We're currently working on videos to get those done. I do want to call out RobFuz, who's on here. Congratulations to him. He is almost at 17,000 subscribers.
Awesome.
He is such a hardworking vlogger. He does a lot of retro stuff for Disney. He does other things just besides that.
Yeah.
So well done to you, Rob. And congratulations.
And he knows some celebrities too. So.
Oh, Greg. Anthony saw another moderator for Nurse Nancy. He saw Maxine today. Did you see it?
I will be watching it tomorrow. Now, Anthony, did you watch the other two movies before you saw this one? Because it is part of a trilogy. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but I will be watching it tomorrow.
Paul from PSV Odyssey. Welcome. And thank you for joining us.
I'll also be watching another movie after that, too. And then I'll be on Mike Lovelace and Josh Halstead's channel called Real Dead, REEL, where they review horror movies or thrillers. So we will be talking about Maxine on Friday. So if you're available, it'll be 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So we'll be talking about that. Traveling Gilberts? Who the heck are the Gilberts?
They go live. They go live on Saturday nights. They're right before Adventures Ahead on when they go live on there.
Awesome, Anthony. I'm glad you saw them.
Traveling Gilberts, correct me. What time do you guys? Well, not correct me. I don't want to say the wrong time. So let us know when you go live on Saturdays.
You mean correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I don't want to say.
I forget who it was.
Thank
now.
You so
a birthday
much,
song.
Thank you. We have a couple of people whose birthdays are coming
What did
up.
Anne say?
She said hit the thumbs up.
Oh, thank you. Yes, please, thumbs up.
And if you're watching a replay of this, just let us know that you are watching the replay. So we can.
Doesn't Derek look like a whole new person?
I look like an Oompa Loompa.
You do not. He really went shaved down. Wow.
I got a #1 on top and a 0 on the sides.
And I'm actually thinking of I let mine grow out last year because I was Superman for the Halloween group cruise that we did. And a lot of people seem to like it. I liked it as well, and Derek liked it. And then when I went to get my hair cut, after it was done, the guy said, "Your hair didn't look too bad. I actually could have just cleaned it up for you if you wanted to." I'm like, "Oh, now you tell me." So I just gave him a bad time, but I'm actually thinking about letting it grow out again. I did like how it looked. It was like naturally wavy, curly, and then just kind of take care of it and see how it goes. You know, I'm not gonna like have it way out, but I have to admit I did like how it looked actually. So a new look for me for a little bit during the fall and winter time.
Anne, which lives near Buffalo, I was going back to the comments because I was trying to figure out whose birthday it is. She said they had tornado warnings, but no problems at my house, just rain. So they're a little bit north of the Buffalo area. So, wow, that's crazy.
Well, and people that are by Texas and those surrounding states, if there's anyone here, hopefully you're okay with Hurricane, was it Beryl?
I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah, it's been moving upwards.
Our friends, Favor, with the channel Life with Favor and Robert, they had to cancel their cruise. They were going to be on a cruise with Dave and Brandy, and they had to cancel it because...
Well, didn't the whole thing get canceled?
No, the cruise still went on. Dave and Brandy's still on it, but they they had to stay home just to make sure everything was okay. And they made through it okay. So that's
Good.
great for Life with Favor.
We do owe a birthday song.
We do. And I don't remember who it was because
I don't
I gotta admit,
either.
with the last drink we had.
But well, we had comments come through. So anyone whose birthday is coming up, we'll do our birthday song again.
Okay. You want to mix it up? No,
What?
let's not mix it.
What do you mean mix it up?
I don't know. But I don't think they will see the tag outside of behind
You
me.
know me. I'm like, I gotta like. I'm that kind of person. If I see someone, and especially if I know them, and they have like something on their shirt or their hair, I'm like, let me just take that off for you, or I tell them, and then I end up taking it off for them anyway. So
Anthony, thank you so much. He put the link for Real Dead in
thank
the
you.
comments on there. Yeah. SC,
welcome, South Carolina.
Oh, it's I'll tell you. Yes,
This
it's
is Helen.
Helen. Yes.
Fro.
Yes, I'll tell you who it is. So
Just Dave, welcome.
Welcome in,
Who is
Just
Helen Fro?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Helen Fro. Oh, I know who it is. Well, welcome. Okay, I know who it is.
A former worker at Mervin's. We'll leave it at that.
Well, you didn't work with them.
Tail end of Burrow came into Canada today. Just some wind and some heavy rain, so that's good. It's
But he
already
did work
up
at
into
Mervin's.
Canada. Hello, Kephart. Did we miss another?
Okay, we need to do our
Oh, okay.
birthday
Yes,
song.
I want to make sure we didn't miss anyone. Cruising Cruisies, welcome coming.
Welcome.
All right, Greg, ready?
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy day.
Do we have a birthday here?
We have a birthday here. Birthday here.
Oh,
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy day. Hey! So happy birthday to those that were in the chat that said it was their birthday coming up. We did it for one person and then someone else said it. So we are doing it again.
Nancy says it seems to have hurricanes starting already. It seems a little bit early to be having those.
Well, hurricane and tornado. Well, tornado season has been going like crazy. And we do have that new movie out called Twisters that's coming out. And I think, aside from it being a big summer blockbuster, I think it will actually help give people information on tornadoes that might actually be going through that kind of thing. So not to make light of it, because a lot of people have lived through that experience, and it's not always fun. So
we don't. Luckily, that's one of the things we don't get here on the West Coast. We've had tornadoes, but they're not the intensity that they have back east.
We've never seen a tornado around here. They barely touch ground over here,
and they're like a Category 1. They're like so.
Yeah,
Mary
like
Ellen said
a dust thing.
No, they've had some other ones where they've taken the roof off, like a chicken coop or something.
Oh yeah.
Mary Ellen said a lot of New York into Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine have tornado warnings, which is very odd for that. Traveling Gilbert's, I didn't see if you posted a time when you guys go.
We have more earthquakes
this
in California, and there's no such thing as earthquake weather. It just happens when those plates build up enough pressure. And, I would rather have them slowly release the pressure than all at once, because that would be the big one that everybody is expecting. And it's overdue, actually. So, God willing, that doesn't happen.
So the Cruise and Koozies are Lindsay and Mike. So he turned 54 on Monday.
Oh, awesome.
Yes,
well, happy birthday to you as well.
Yes. So it was great to meet them on there. I'll always remember, Lindsay, I'm sorry. I know you were in huge pain on that cruise. And
I remember
see it in
that.
your face. You were a trooper, though. We did get a chance to.
We had dinner with them along with some other people that made a little group. Remember?
No.
Yeah. Lindsay
and Mike?
Yes, but they were there at dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, pre-cruise.
Yep, there you go.
I was thinking on the ship. You're right, we did.
on the cruise.
So
before the cruise.
Traveling Gilberts go live 7 p.m. Central, which I have no idea what it is Pacific. I think it's 5 o'clock Pacific. Yes, 5 o'clock Pacific.
with 3 hours, right?
Yes.
Dinner that Saturday night.
Yes. Yep. So Greg, let's just talk about some. Oh, I better take off my phone so I don't get text alerts. One of the things we wanted to talk about was where to begin.
What was that say? Top 6 biggest what?
Biggest like failures of Disney. So
okay, how do you read that?
I got to look up for Greg thing.
Huh?
I got to look up things that I sent you. So we're going to do this probably out of order because
Jay Hoskins, welcome.
Welcome in, Jay.
Yep, it's been a while since we've seen you on here as well, so it's nice to see you again.
Of course, I don't have the information now, but Disney is going through, and I'm pretty sure now they have to do approvals for expansions differently than they did before because of the big thing they had with the state of Florida and them having their rights taken away from the Reedy Creek, which they used to have, where Disney basically didn't have to say anything what they were doing. And then the governor of Florida basically said, nah, it's not going to happen anymore. So Disney has changed their rights and they have to get approval before they do things. But Disney has announced a major expansion of the Disney parks in Walt Disney World. They're going to be adding a 5th gate to Walt Disney World, a 5th gate. So
5th gate.
Yes. So that means they have Magic Kingdom, they have Epcot, they have Hollywood Studios, and they have Animal Kingdom. Plus, they have 2 water parks there. That's all within the property. They announced that they are going to be doing a 5th. Well, they're in the process of announcing it, a 5th gate. And I don't know if they're going to be adding more water parks. If they call it a 5th gate, because you're paying to get into those.
So
things.
It's a 5th new park, basically, with its own gate.
Yes. So that is big news. And if anyone is,
we don't know what that park is themed.
No. If anyone is aware of what's going on at Universal, Disney really needs to do some changes on it.
You know what? It would be cool if they did a villains area, because Universal is doing Universal Monster movie area. So that would be cool if Disney did a Disney villains area. So to kind of give the competition, that would be really nice. And they actually have been talking about a Disney villain area for a while. So maybe that'll happen.
It's hard to say what's going to happen with those parks. In some cases, I wish Disney would expand on some of their current parks, like the Animal Kingdom. I would like to see them do more things than that.
Oh my gosh. The incontinent South Carolina grandma who loves Jesus but drinks a little. Incontinent? That's just not right. Yeah.
Helen, all I can say is I love you.
It's really a gentleman that's behind
it. No,
that's
behind the facade
but
of
it's
anything.
A facade, yes.
Jeez, Greg. Well, just damper that whole thing. But yeah, so Disney is finally trying to do things to compete. And Bob Iger, Bob Iger. Wait, what's his name? What's his name?
You were thinking of Eisner. You meant Bob Iger?
Is that even his name? It doesn't even sound right.
Bob. Yes, it's Bob Iger.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Well, if it's not, we're calling him.
I'm pretty sure it's.
I don't
Bob
think it is.
Iger.
It doesn't sound right.
Look at that.
You can.
I don't have my phone with me. Here.
No. I got it on what I'm going to talk about.
Bob Eichner is his name. Eichner. Okay.
He has been saying since he regained ownership of the Disney as a CEO, he was going to be doing things differently. So they finally announced that they were going to do that. Don't say that part about the villains part too loud. My Julie is within earshot and the villains freak.
You know, if they made a villains park, I would want my 2 favorite villains to be in it. I would want a Maleficent ride and an Ursula ride, like themed from their movies. That would be awesome. do a ride through Ursula's home, see all her area and her potions and all that kind of fun stuff. That would be cool. And then Maleficent, you can go through her castle and all that. So that would be awesome.
Helen said she's no gentleman. Her hair is short, but she's no gentleman.
Okay.
All right. So that is some amazing news from Disney, because Disney really has needed to change or add something, because Universal Studios is adding a fourth. It's actually, wait, 1, 2, 3. It'll be their fourth gate.
I'm very excited for the Universal Monster Movie Park. That's going to be very immersive, and they said the technology for this park is, very brand new and state of the art. So it's going to be awesome.
Anne says there is a new Descendants movie coming out, so maybe that is a possibility. That is a huge franchise within Disney. I could see something there.
I've never seen those. I think Brandy's Cinderella from the movie that she did years back, she reprises her role again in this movie. So, but I've never watched any Descendant movies.
Yeah, they're very popular.
They're like the children of the villains.
So one of the things we want to talk about, we talk about different fees, but one of the ones I thought was interesting is the 6 most controversial changes in Disney World history.
That what that's supposed to say?
That's what it's supposed to say, yeah.
I don't know what it says.
I don't know. Tiffany Peacock, thank you for joining us tonight. So what do you think, Greg, could be some of the biggest things going on?
South Carolina wants to go to Vegas. Awesome. That's
Helen.
I know. I'm just okay. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
What do you think could be a possibility of some of the 6 most controversial changes in Disney World history?
Splash Mountain being changed for one to Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Carla McClendon. Hi, Tiffany.
I know a lot of people didn't want it to happen. I know there were reasons why it happened.
We'll see. We'll see if that's one of them. I didn't.
I think that is one of them.
One of them they list here. The first one they list is Cinderella Castle changing. So Cinderella Castle has changed over the years. One of the things they have talked about is, for the 25th anniversary, they changed the castle to look like a birthday cake.
Yes, it looked like a Pepto-Bismol birthday cake. It was all pink.
I might be one of the few, but I actually thought it was cool looking.
You actually have a model of it somewhere. Yeah,
it's right over there. Actually, it's right over there. Gonna grab it. But it was such a big issue with people that people were getting their wedding pictures in front of it, and Disney. Some of it came up.
I was supposed to fix it.
Some of it, they had the people who got married there at Disneyland that had their photos.
Don't mind the dust.
And redid it. But
we're still cleaning and putting things away. But that's it.
I think it kind of, people complained because it looked like those rides that you would put in your yard, like when the bouncy houses, like in the front yard that you could rent. It kind of looked like that castle on there. But not only that, they also had a Stitch one.
Oh, that was fun. With the toilet paper all over it.
Toilet paper all over it, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't real toilet paper, but it was like ribbony stuff.
But if you're getting your wedding pictures,
I know. Yeah.
This is, if you guys can see it, this is basically what it looked like. And it says on here,
where is
Stitch is king.
Where is Stitch?
I don't know, but it says on the bottom left, it says Stitch is king on that. So I don't know if I would exactly want that on there either.
But you also have to realize that it is a private company. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Helen. Because
thank you,
Derek
Helen,
and
for
Greg
that
are great.
Super chat.
Mima, Helen loves you.
Oh my gosh.
How much will you take off for $20?
Not that kind of show.
That would be D&G after.
Oh my gosh! Don't we have a music thing that we can do?
We could try. Yes. This is what the castle looked like in person.
Yeah, they had to redo.
I thought it was fun.
But they had to redo people's wedding
That's what I was
pictures.
saying.
We did the behind the scenes tour at Walt Disney World, and they told us that story that people had to actually redo their wedding pictures, kind of like recreate it because they were horrendous looking with that in the background.
So, Greg, before we forget, let's go and do a little bit.
Well, let us do it. Let's see.
Well, let's figure out which one we want.
Good.
I think this is a short one.
Pick a good one.
Okay. We're playing that again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ellen. I really appreciate that. D&G really means dance and go-go. I do want to say Waypoint Explorers, they have just released another video of their panorama cruise. So check that out. They have now 5 videos on that series.
We were watching one of their vlogs last night too. So
we're watching both of their vlogs.
It's nice to watch their
content. I love the way they film, and they're just so casual and easygoing. I love those guys. They're really awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So another thing that changed with Disney
That's what I'm talking about, dance and go-go.
back in the day, if you wanted a fast pass from Disney, you could put your theme park ticket into a turnstile, and you would get a movie theater looking ticket that told you when to come back for that ride. Yeah. Well, now they have all these different things like Genie Plus.
I actually think Genie Plus,
Lightning Lane.
I think Genie Plus they got rid of recently.
They have Lightning Lane. They have other things in addition to that, which basically now what you got from free before, you're now paying for them. So that is another thing that people
they need to go back to the traditional fast pass where you just put the ticket in that you've already paid for to get your fast pass. So that's what I would like it to go back to.
Thank you, Ellen, again.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we probably will do our Virgin ones next. We are like 6 cruises behind what we're doing. So here's another one. Some of the complaints are some of the ride changes. So when asked about controversial decisions, many Disney fans may likely respond with details about a ride change. Disney World has made many big and small changes to its ride over the years, which is probably what you're mentioning. It also can mean saying goodbye to a beloved experience. The many adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
They didn't get rid of that.
Well, in California, they got rid of the Country Bear Jamboree to put in the Winnie the Pooh ride.
Yes.
They did pay homage to it.
Yeah.
Because as you leave,
if you try to look in back of you,
as you are leaving the attraction, if you turn around and look,
you see their heads.
You see the 3 heads of the buffalo and the other characters on there.
The buffalo, the deer, and I don't know what the other one was.
Is it a moose?
Yes.
Then one of my favorite ones is the Great Movie Ride, which was at, they show a picture of that, the Great Movie Ride, which is at Hollywood Studios. They changed it to Mickey's Runaway Railroad.
I do miss that one.
I do like Mickey's Runaway Railroad, but because we're on the West Coast, when we travel to Florida, it's an effort for us to get there. One of the things we look forward to is one Carousel of Progress. And in that park, we look forward to the Great Movie Ride.
They need to have a park where they just put all of the old rides that they got rid of, put them back into that park, and
maybe that will be the next park.
Call it Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
The land that time forgot.
And they do talk about
they should bring them back.
The retheming of Splash Mountain into Tiana's Bay Bayou Adventure.
I think that's the biggest one right now because so many people wanted Splash Mountain to stay, now it's changed.
I'm sure Tiana's Adventure is a very good attraction, but I love Song of the South. We got a bootleg of the copy on DVD of it. It's one of my favorite movies. Uncle Remus is one of my favorite Disney characters, and it's just sad to kind of have it.
I never looked at it as being a bad movie. I never put that connection together with what people were saying, but I can kind of see what they were talking about. But when you watch it, I've only seen it maybe a couple times. But
it is definitely a dated movie.
I just never really connected it with that.
And Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh took over in Florida. It took over Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. So that's where the Florida connection. We still have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride in California, but they closed it in Florida.
Which has a horrible ending that makes no sense because it had nothing to do with the movie. That's not how the movie ended. So I wish they would change that ending.
So Ellen says, I always projectile vomit on the teacups. And the main thing is make sure you don't spin because you can control that.
Remind us not to be on the ride with you.
Yes, for sure. Another thing is Disney had at one time, it was called the Magical Express. And now they've closed that. So the Magical Express was like for people like us, we would fly into Orlando, MCO, and we would go downstairs and we would pick the bus. That's if you're staying on Walt Disney property, and they would deliver you to. I don't know
why they got rid of that.
No, so that
I don't know why they got rid of it though. Maybe because Uber took over, but it was included. It was magical, and you could watch a video while you're being driven to the parks. I don't understand why they got rid of that.
Some of the complaints is the addition of intellectual property. So moving away from original stories in the theme parks toward using a Disney existing intellectual property. So a perfect example of that is the Norway Pavilion, where you had trolls in there, and now they changed it to have Frozen.
They didn't have trolls in there. That was the Viking Adventure.
That was in Norway, in the pavilion, the ride. They had trolls in that ride, the Maelstrom.
I don't remember trolls.
Yes, the Maelstrom had trolls. When you went backwards, there was a huge troll. When you went down the water,
all right.
So now they have it themed as Frozen. So Disney,
which also has trolls.
Yes,
different kinds of trolls.
So Disney has been getting some of their original stories and coming up with existing intellectual properties. Guardians of the Galaxy is another example. Welcome, Vanna GM. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Vanna, and thank you for the comments. People need to pony up some chat cash here. Don't you appreciate a little biggest work? We go on here to have fun with everybody. If people do give us super chats, we appreciate it, but we don't ever expect it.
We've been doing live since like 2018. The fact that we've been doing it for 6 years is I look at some of the other channels, and we're all about positivity, but some other channels have done it and then they stopped doing it for the most part. With a few things that have happened in personal lives, moving and other things that have happened, we've been doing live every week. And we've always managed to come up with, we thought, a fun subject.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are enjoying this.
As long as we're all having fun together, that's what it's about. And I told Derek, when it comes to, when we start having fun with this, that's when we would probably need to stop. But
that's who it is. It's Iger, not Iker.
Oh my gosh. Well, I thought I said Iger. You got me confused with Eisner, which is a different person. So, but yes,
another thing they've complained about is the nighttime show changes, like the parades. I want to talk about the parades, but the fireworks show. So they've had some very Happily Ever After,
which we love, the fireworks show.
Yeah, Happily Ever After was an incredibly popular.
Yes, Eric, drink. Yes,
it was an incredibly popular show, and they changed it to Happily Ever After. It went to Enchantment.
Sorry.
Do you want my glasses?
Okay, no, I got it. Thank you.
But I would say the one thing that I think for Disney, it's the parades.
I love the
Because
Disney parades.
They had the electrical parade that
and they brought it back.
They said it would never come back to Disneyland. It came back to Disneyland, but it visited different parks. It visited Florida. It visited Paris. It went to California Adventure. So they were keeping with the philosophy that they weren't going to bring it back to Disneyland, but it came back.
Back to where?
Disneyland.
You said Disneyland.
There was Paint.
Yes,
Paint
the Night was one of our favorites.
That was an awesome parade.
And I thought they were going to bring it back.
I heard there was rumors that it was coming back.
Well, that was a while back, but that ending float where it's like it's like this, and it like inverts, and then it keeps going.
Yeah.
It just looks
just the song
really
of
cool.
it. And When I See You Again, that was just a fun show. And they don't have any nighttime Disney parades going on right now, so I don't know why. Hopefully, we'll get something. Sherry, welcome in from Destination Fun.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us.
There's also Fantasmic, which has changed drastically because they had a fire with the Maleficent dragon, and now they don't have a dragon.
That's what they were talking about.
So hopefully they get it back. I know they have the money. They can refurbish it or make a whole brand new one for it, make it bigger and better with what they have. And because it needs that big crescendo finale on the show. So yeah, I missed that.
Ellen said she's going to get her pink Jim Crouch wig out.
Oh my god!
I really did tell her on.
It's funny though, because both dragons at Disneyland and Walt Disney World, it's not funny, but it's interesting that they both have had malfunctions. They both caught fire. The one in the parade at Walt Disney World caught fire, and the one from the Fantasmic show caught fire. Remember that?
Yes.
That was crazy.
So Ronnie and Teresa are asking their novices to the electrical parade. So the electrical parade, I think, started in 1976, and they call it Electro Baroque, I think is
We have a light
song.
bulb right there.
Yes, it is.
They sold the light bulbs. Oh god. They sold the light bulbs, and they were not, because they weren't going to put them back together. So they dismantled some of the floats, so that's why there's a little gap in the parade. But
So
yes,
this is the electrical parade, if you
And
can
that's-
see it. So they had the music.
that's the light bulb there.
This is when they came back in
Does
it.
it still work?
Oh yeah, it
It
does.
still works.
But the music was the do 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 do
Oh,
do
wow.
do 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 do. It was a fun little show. When you would see it, you're like excited. And then the original one had like the Spirit of 1776 float at the end of it. But when they brought it back, they discontinued that, and they had a different float at the end of it. So it was a very fun one. Waypoint says the electrical parade was awesome too. Okay, we're ready to book another DL trip.
Waypoint, we need to do a Disneyland trip with you
Yes,
guys.
they just went recently. A few weeks ago, I think they went on there.
Destination Fun wants to do a Disneyland trip.
The one thing I believe.
Oh my gosh,
Ellen. The one thing with Disneyland, if you've never been, it's a lot smaller, and the reason why Walt Disney World is so big is because when Walt Disney created Disneyland, everyone bought up the property around it before Disney could buy it. So when he secretly started buying all this land in Florida, he
did
wanted
not
to
want
buy
history to
enough
repeat
of it.
itself.
Yes. So Disneyland is a lot smaller. It's a lot more intimate. To us, we call it our park because we know Walt Disney walked through that park. You walk in there, you see his apartment above the firehouse, and they always leave that light on to because when he was in the parks, when he was alive, they would leave the light on to let the cast members know that he was there. And if he wasn't there, they would turn it off. But now that he's passed, obviously, they leave the light on all the time in remembrance of him. So just some fun, different things with Disneyland, and walking through the parks at Disneyland and in California. is a lot nicer than walking through the heat and humidity of Florida.
Destination fun. You need to come out here and,
yes,
go
Sherry,
to Disney.
You and
Disneyland.
Danny, if you come out
Let
here,
us know.
let us know. We would love to hang out with you guys again for sure.
Eric said, I saw the electrical parade in 1961 when I was 5.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's been around for a long time.
Yep.
Another thing we wanted to mention with traveling news is, as we got 9 minutes, Greg, I'm surprised
Wow.
we've talked so much about this stuff.
It's our favorite part.
Ours
Disneyland,
too,
yeah.
yes.
We call it our second home.
When we talk about all the Disney parks, we don't usually talk about Disneyland Paris. I think Disneyland Paris is the most beautiful park of
the
all
most
of them.
elaborate.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
But Disneyland is what we call our park. And then for me, Epcot is number 2. And then number 3 is Disney California Adventures. And then I think yours is Magic Kingdom.
I like Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, and Disneyland Paris.
Oh,
so
right on.
I like California Adventures, but I just think Disneyland and California Adventures go hand in hand. But if we were to go on a Disney trip and we could only pick one park, it would be Disneyland.
Yeah. Yes. Some exciting news. Disney Cruise Line. I know a lot of people, they're like, kids, too expensive. But Disney Cruise Line is an amazing cruise line. They just announced.
My favorite.
They've just announced that they will be working with the Oriental Land Company. Oriental Land Company owns Tokyo Disneyland. They own Tokyo Disney Sea. So that's the unique park in the fact that Disney does not own any financial ownership of the Tokyo parks. At one time, they didn't have full ownership of Disneyland Paris, but recently they bought out that, so they now have full ownership of the Disneyland parks. Sorry, the Disney Paris parks. So the only thing they have is creative ownership of the Disneyland parks in Japan. So if Japan wants to do something, they have to get approval from Disney to do it. But Tokyo spends all the money on their own. They don't have the U.S. Disney pay for any of that. And they did that because at that time they were building Epcot, and Disney didn't have the money to do both. But Disney wanted to expand their corporate face, whatever you wanted to, in a different place. So that's why they did that. So they're going to be working with them, and they announced they will be having another ship coming out. It's going to be a sister ship of the Wish. It's going to be, when I read the numbers, I was thinking, it sounds like a small ship. So it's going to be 1,250 staterooms, which to me seemed pretty small. But that's the same size as the Disney Wish. And the Disney Wish has 4,000 passengers. So it is going to be about a 4,000 passenger ship. The gross tonnage is about 45,000 pounds. Tons, which is the same as the Disney Wish.
If it were pounds, I would be very afraid that thing would just tip right over.
But it's going to sail year-round out of Japan. So I'm assuming, I don't know if they're going to do 3-night and 4-night cruises and then partner it with the Disney parks over there.
Well, I hope you make it to the bathroom.
But so that's some exciting news. I'll be honest, I was hoping they would have where you would sail from the West Coast and maybe like on the Disney Wonder and sail all the way to Japan. That way, then they would set it up that you could go to the Disney parks and then maybe fly home instead of having to fly both there and back. But that is a new ship coming out, which is exciting because in 2025, the Disney also are going to be selling year-round out of Singapore, which they're going to go to Singapore, New Zealand, Australia, and that's on the Disney Adventure, which is a massive ship.
A new ship.
It's 6,000 passengers for Disney, which is not the same class of ship of the Wish ships, but they bought it from another cruise line. I can't remember the name of that ship, but they bought it, and they're still. The company went bankrupt. I want to say it's like Disney, or it was Global or something like that. But it's a massive ship, and Disney bought it, and they're going to be moving it to Asia. So there's a couple of new ships which are coming out. Unfortunately, don't plan anytime soon on booking that Japanese trip because, Greg, do you remember when they're coming out with it?
I don't.
They're coming out with it in 2029.
Oh, well, we got some time, so
you have at least 5 years to plan on
oh
that.
my gosh.
But
I plan one day at a time if I can help it.
Yes, but it is another Wish class ship which is coming out. Greg and I have talked about going to Japan. We want to go to Tokyo Disney.
Welcome, Pepper Tree Villa.
Welcome.
Glad you got home.
Our boys
Thank you.
from the Bay Area. Hopefully, you guys, your weather isn't too bad out there. They go live every Monday night, so definitely check them out. They go live 5 o'clock on Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern, and they're always awesome. 5 years to save for it, right? I agree with you, Michael.
Yep, you got plenty of time.
Yes, yes. So yeah,
Ben from PTV, welcome.
Yes, welcome. And
been watching for a bit. Thank you.
Yes. Ben, what is your he as part of the Pepper Tree Villa, he does Life with Ben.
Yep.
Ben, what is your show about tomorrow? Because you release weekly vlogs. And if you guys haven't had a chance to check them out, please check them out. But Greg, I can't believe it's already been top of the hour.
I know.
Pepper Tree Villa, we are drinking our blue Hawaiian.
It's green.
I
know. I'm drinking more than you. Hey.
Well, you didn't even dilly dilly with me.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong. We did it with tequila on an empty stomach. Big mistake. But this one has rum in it. We can let you know what that has in it. But thank you guys so much for joining us.
I had some chips and salsa earlier, but not too much.
Jamie will. Hi. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yes. We will, just so you know, coming up,
Took
you
a
guys.
nap. Well, that's okay.
We some of our shows that we talked about is
sampling saucy nuggets from KFC and Wendy's.
There you go. All right. I worked at a place locally called Simonian Farms. My family has a lot to do with the Simonians. Generations of our family have worked for them. I worked for them for 4 years when I graduated from high school. We went a couple of weeks ago to visit it.
Very cool. I've never been there.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's got a lot of antique stuff like old tractors, stuff that they used for farming.
Old ovens. They were big on their old ovens and
trains,
and washboards.
There's a caboose there. We went to it's called the Red Barn, but inside of it is kind of a
yes, Mercy. We do have to cruise again. Have a good night.
We do. It's like an honor to their family. So you walk into this Red Barn, and there's like a little replica of what their first fruit stand looked like. We had sangria slushies there.
Oh, that was so good. It was refreshing in the hot summer heat.
I did do some recording on it. I'm going to release it as This Week with D&G, which we haven't done in a long time. I'm going to show it during the show, but then also I'm going to release that separately just to kind of get awareness out there locally for people to see it. And then we're also going to talk about what do you think is worth it when you go on a cruise? What are some of the add-ons that, oh my gosh, you're like a monkey. What are some of the add-ons which are worth it for you guys? Because we've been debating, should we do the drink package on the Carnival cruise that we're coming up next? Or should we not do it? So those are kind of our next subjects that we're going to be talking about on our show. But I don't know if the ship show is going live tonight. If they are, you guys check them out. I know they've been in hiatus for a couple of weeks. On the Disney side, This and That, they always put on great shows. Check them out. Ben says KFC is great with chicken, but Wendy's does better with the barbecue sauce. That's good to know. I don't
think I've ever had their chicken nuggets from Wendy's or even KFC. Actually, no. I've had the KFC chicken tenders, if that's what that is.
Yes. Yeah. Anthony says, I had Wendy's, but have never tried KFC nuggets. Oh, the KFC nuggets are really good.
I didn't know they had nuggets. I thought they were KFC chicken strips, so that's new. me.
Traveling Gilbert says always on the drink package. So yes, we'll talk about that a little bit more. We were going to possibly go into that today, and I said no, I want to save that for different things to hear what you guys have to say about it. Also, what Nancy says, much love. Yes, Nancy, we love you guys too.
We have cruised without the drink package before, and thank you, Nancy. Yes, we do love you both.
Other than that, Greg, it's 6 o'clock. We need to get some food in us.
Love you
got
all.
Some,
thank you so much.
We got some tamales with refried beans.
Yep. Hot
and
tamales!
Spanish rice.
Yep.
I got to finish my drink. So,
I already
Dilly Dilly.
finished my drink.
So if you're unsure, if you're not sure what the Blue Hawaiian Corona is, rewind it back to the front and check that out, because it's actually I like it better with rum than I did with tequila.
Tequila was awful.
Yes. So thank you, everyone. Helen, thank you for that super chat.
Thank you very much.
Appreciated. And I think that's it, guys.
Yep.
So
everybody have a good night. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.
We do have now an ending show. Oh, we got an ending thing to it, but some special friends in there that you'll see. But I'm Derek.
And I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, it's okay, because I'm Little Explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started.
As Sierra screams at us.
Have a
great night, everyone.